Okay, let's understand comparison operators in Python. Comparison operators are used to compare two values, one with another, and return a truthy or a falsy value, means a Boolean value. So in the comparison operators section, first up we have the equal sign. This operator checks if two values are same or not. For example, if I have a variable called x and it holds the value 5 and another variable called y holds the value 5, and now if I try to print if x equal y, then run the code, you can see it prints true, means x and y holds the same value. If I make y to 6 and run the code, you can see it prints false, means x and y are not same. Now we can ask that why we are using double equal. We can use one equal, but that's not allowed because one equal means assignment. It's an assignment operator which we will learn in one of the upcoming video. But in short, assignment means assigning value. For example, here we are assigning value to x. We are putting 5 into x. But double equal means check if both are same. So one equal means assignment, means putting value inside variable, and two equal means check if two values are same. So it is comparison operator, and one equal is assignment operator. It is quite simple. Next up, in comparison operators, we have the not equal operator. This is used when you want to check if two values are not equal. For example, we have a variable called a which holds the value 8 and another variable which has the value 7. Now if you want to print if a not equal b, then you should print true, otherwise false. So if you run the code, you can see it prints true. That means a not equal b, the statement is true. But if you make b to 8 and run the code, then a not equal b, the statement is false. So I hope you understood what this not equal operator does. Next up, in comparison operators, we have the greater than comparison, which compares if the first value is greater than the second value. For example, we have a variable c which holds a number 9, then we have t which holds variable 10. Now if I write the print statement, and if I write here c, then greater than t, then we are asking Python if c greater than t. So c holds 9, here will be 9 greater than 10. What do you think? What would be the result of this statement? Exactly, it would be false. So if I run the code, you can see the output false. But if you make c 11 and run the code, you can see prints the result true. That means c, which means 11, is greater than d, which has 10. Next up, we have the less than operator, which checks if the first value is less than the second value. For example, we have another variable called e, which holds the value 4, and f, which holds the value 5. So if I write the print statement, and if I write e less than f and run the code, you can see it prints true. That means 4 is less than 5. But if you make this 6 and run the code, you can see it is false. That means 6 is not less than 5. Next up, we have the greater than or equal to operator. So it looks like this: greater than then the equal sign together. So it is called greater than or equal to operator. This checks if the left hand side value or the first value is greater than or equal to the right hand side value. For example, if I have two variables, one is g equal 4, then h equal, let's say, 5, and if I write the print statement, and if I check here g greater than or equal to h, let's see what it gives. So if I run the code, you can see the output false. That means g is not greater than, means 4 is not greater than 5 and not equal to 5. So that's why it is giving false. So if I make this 7, which is greater than 5, so as it is greater than or equal to the second one, so now it will print true. As you can see, it prints true. So either g has to be equal or greater than h. Means if I put here 5 and run the code, see, again the output is true. Then we have the less than or equal to operator. Less than, then the equal to sign together. For example, I have two variables called I equal 3 and j equal 4. If I write the print statement and if I write I less than or equal j and run the code, you can see it prints true. That means I is less than or equal to j, as 3 less than 4, so one of the condition is true, it prints true. If I write here 4, so I less than or equal to j, so as I and j same, it will print true again. But if I make I 5, then run the code, you can see it prints false because neither the case is true. I and j is not same and I is not less than j. So these are the comparison operators we have. So as we have understood them, let's explore a beautiful concept, which is chaining comparison operators. So chaining comparison operator. I have a spelling mistake here. For example, we have a variable called p, which holds the value 6, then q, which holds the value 8. Now, if I write the print statement, we can do some comparison in a chaining manner. So we can write p less than 7 and 7 less than q. So it will check both the condition. So if this comparison and this comparison is true, then it will print true. Otherwise, it will print false. If I run the code, you can see it prints true, as p means 6 is less than 7 and 7 is less than q, which is 8. But if I make this 9, so p is less than 9, this part is true because 6 is less than 9, but 9 is not less than q, which is 8. So ultimately, if I run the code, it will print false. So if any of the comparison in the chaining comparison turns false, then the result of the full chaining comparison will be false. If every comparison is true, then only the result will be true. So I hope you understood the comparison operators. So that's all for now. See you in the next one.